Alright, so this is the video from the October 5th, 2018 Heat Signature Daily Challenge. I've cut out almost all the menuing. Some might be on here. These are capture missions. I was faced with a defender immediately, so I wasn't really sure how to do this. I do have a crash trap, so I chose to get the defender to see me, then crashed him, so I could take care of him. Easy. This defender stays on my pod for the rest of the game, obviously. And then I continued into the ship. I go to turn off the sentry gun. Wasn't really sure which way I wanted to go. I hadn't actually looked throughout the ship, but since those guards started to come back down, I decided to go this way instead. I wanted to get this guy's key, and then the sentry was pointing towards me. So I had to wait for it to turn around, and then just sneak in. And don't forget to turn off that sentry gun. Miss the keys a couple times. I don't remember what I picked up in here. It might have been... Okay, I should have written down what I got in these crates. It might have been some sort of teleporter. This crate had a concussive hammer, which I almost left, and then I realized, no, I want to take it because then I can have two concussion hammers and not wait for any cooldown when taking out groups. Was gonna run around, but then that guard was coming, so take care of them. Drop him in there so that the patrols don't see the body. That one I probably didn't need to move, especially because I left the one by the sentry gun. It was a little inconsistent in hiding some bodies. And then I just left that guard there for some reason. Another defender. I thought maybe they would take their patrol up into this room when it looked like they weren't going to. I kept going and thought about... what was I thinking here? I was trying to find a good time to lure that defender around, but then they kept going that way, so I just went past and then noticed the locked door. So I have a self-charging key cloner. It's just not enough range to reach this guy. And I used being seen by the defender as an excuse to drop the crash trap, but then they didn't follow me around the corner. So I took the crash trap back, and now the guard with the key, I didn't take it back. Now I took it back, and then the guard with the key was now up away from the defender. So I could clone it. I think I tried like 3 or 4 times there to clone it and was failing. And then triple concussion hammer each of these guys. I was very surprised that after I used the second concussion hammer, the first one was ready again. I forgot how quickly it got ready. Decided to go loot the ship. I think at some point here I wound up with a 3-charge rechargeable extreme range crash beam. Taking the pilot so that that guard doesn't see... I guess at this point there's no problem in alarm. I just don't want people to see me, I think, with this mission. I guess if they see bodies, it's okay for the what's the word? What is the word? The mission special details. The extra incentive thing. The clause. The mission clause. That's the word. And then come up around here to get this last crate. This might have been where the extreme range crash beam is. I guess I can maybe see... Yeah, this is where the extreme range crash beam is. I now see in the bottom left corner. So I should have looked in the bottom left corner the times I looted the other chests to see what I picked up. And here I wanted to zoom around them, and I realized I wasn't going to, so I swapped and concussion hammered and threw my concussion hammer. So one of the things I picked up was a one-use rechargeable swapper. And that was the first time I used it. There were a couple times I wanted to use it, but the range was just not enough. So I dropped off the target, Evita Eichelsheimer. I didn't know when I was seen. I guess it was at the very end. I didn't really pay attention just now, and it was so fast at the time that I'm not sure when I was seen. But then I took the second mission. Got some armored bosses and some heat-sensing regular guards. And who am I going after? I missed the name. And I realized I left my second concussion hammer in my item stash. So I went back to get it. And then flew on to the ship. I flew on to the ship. So that was easy. There was a guard with a key right there. Super easy to clone. Get past the sentry in the next sector, and this guy, I was going to go clone, but then he turned around, so I dropped an acid trap so that I could get him when he came around the corner. It wound up being fine. I was worried. Let's see, what was in here? I think this was, there was an acid trap in there. So I had a single-use self-charging acid trap, and there was a 3-use self-charging acid trap in that cargo crate. So, nice thing for the armored guards to have on their ship. So this is my capture target. I decided I would run in, have them see me, drop an acid trap, and have them run into it. But then I forgot about the jammer gate. So not have them run into it. I was going to drop the acid trap when they saw me, and then I was going to swap with them and concuss them with my hammer. But I forgot about the jammer gate, so I had to back up. And then they followed me into the room, and it all wound up being okay. But it was tense for a moment there. Like, if they had an emergency shield, like yesterday's target, then that would have been very sad times for me. I could have, alternatively run into that room and thrown my hammer at the window. I'm pretty sure concussion hammers are heavy enough to break windows. You would think so. Bloodless Enigma unscathed. That's nice. One alarm, unfortunately, at the very end. But yeah, I could have thrown my hammer at the window, but I just wanted to be very sure about things. I'm positive I could have picked up my target with my ship, especially because it was the Angel. But I wanted to play it a little safe. So here, for the final mission, they've got a few contractors, which I didn't even really pay attention to. I noticed there was a tracker at one point during the mission, and I was like, oh, hey, there's a tracker. Should have known that going in. And everybody is armored. So, we go in, and this first room is huge. And I thought, so I did some recon, and then saw the sentry gun. I thought these orange things were raised. I didn't realize, my brain didn't process them as things that wouldn't hide line of sight. So that's why that happened. What did happen in there is one of them saw me and shot at me, and the gunshot alerted the others. I laid down an acid trap. I swapped with one and tried to, and then I was like, I have no way to deal with this. I can't let them sound the alarm. So I luckily had that 3-charge extreme range crash beam. And so I managed to crash all 4 of them using 3 beams, so they did not raise the alarm, even though they ejected me out of the ship. This is the point where I should have gone back to the base, because I had used my swapper charge, I'd used my crash beam charge, I should have gone back, but I didn't. And then I thought I could get the drop on the tracker. I thought I could get him before they noticed that I was on the ship, and that was not true. So then the alarm was raised, and there's no way I'm getting through this room. So I went to the other door I'd unlocked. But still, even with, I think I had a visitor and a swapper, and of course I've used the swapper's charge, there was no way I was getting to my target in time. So I just, with my dying breath, my dying moments, I threw my gear at the guards. And the end. 9 points away from a friend. That's cool. See you next time.